All right, Mike, so you're here for yet another Stanley Cup party. It just keeps rolling on all summer. Where have you been besides Santa Clarita so far this summer?
Well, we literally have been coast to coast in the United States, coast to coast in Canada, all over Europe, not all over Europe, Russia and Pennsylvania. Obviously spending a lot of time in the market right now that won the Stanley Cup. And we've seen and done everything else all summer.
When you think back to all the parties over the summer, what's been the most memorable one?
There's a few, but for sure Kopitar, being the first player to ever bring it back to that country was a huge deal. It's a beautiful country, great guy, great player.
Get in close, Dean.
Again, it was just a very memorable experience. The other one I think is quite memorable, again, a long time coming, Daryl Sutter, bringing home to Viking, Alberta. Very legendary family in hockey, Viking, Alberta, where it all started for 7 brothers, 6 of them made it to the NHL, and again, just watching Daryl be with the cup and how excited he was. And one of the moments I remember is sitting up by the fire late at night, with his arm around it, going, I've been chasing this thing for 35 years. I thought that was pretty cool. And then again, just anywhere we've been, whether it's in the United States or Canada, just seeing the joy it brings for all the families.
It's been amazing.
Families are a part of it as much as the players. I mean, especially hockey families, the sacrifices that a family makes to help their son get to the National Hockey League is an amazing thing. And for a player to be able to bring it home and share with mom and dad is pretty special.
What are some of the strange questions that people ask you prior to the party? Can we do this? Can we not do this?
Guys, there is a rule book that's handed out to them that they have to go through and sign and submit back to the NHL. You always want to encourage new ideas, new things. Look, at the end of the day, if it's safe and respectful, we're going to try and let them do it.
Yeah, we saw Mike Richards put the life jacket on it, I believe, earlier this summer.
Paddle boat, yeah. That was the first time I was on a paddle boat, and great photo op, and what a neat thing to do.
A few helicopter rides this summer as well. Willie Mitchell, a couple other guys were on the helicopter. How many helicopter rides have you been on, do you think, in your lifetime?
A few. It's always great, when you get to have that kind of fun. I'm not the only guy that does the job. Willie Mitchell's one was done by Walt, and he was on the helicopter with Willie as he went up the top of the mountain. Howie, I know with Trevor Lewis in Utah, they used to helicopter go into the college football game, and Howie's done that. It's his first helicopter ride. I've been doing this for 13 years. I've been on a lot of helicopters in the Stanley Cup.
In those 13 years, you've been to a lot of parties, but like you said, you guys do split the duties. You guys do split the duties. Have you ever looked at some pictures or heard, from one of your cohorts there about a party and said, wow, that's one that I really wish that I would have been at?
Yeah, sure. There are, you always like to do certain ones you like to do. Certain guys you get to know a little bit. I looked at the photos of Willie Mitchell's, and the three of us haven't really had a chance to sit and talk and compare notes and talk about. We can read about it like anyone else, but I'd love to know what Walt thought of the whole time up there with Willie Mitchell. I mean, the photos looked unbelievable. I was with Willie prior to him going home, and he was telling me about his day, and it just sounded awesome. So yeah, you like to be a part of it, but you can't. I mean, the schedule is so grueling. You need a break, and it's also nice to share the wealth. It's also good to have a couple other guys doing your job.
When do you sleep? You're off tonight to go with Daryl Evans, and then off to Manchester tomorrow to celebrate with the Monarchs. When do you sleep? Is it just planes and hotels, basically?
Yeah, you get a couple hours here and there every once in a while. It's been it's been a long kind of journey here in LA, and July and August is really when it's piled on. But that's where the players and the coaches and the guys that have worked extremely hard to get their hands on this thing. Some guys have been dreaming it since they were 5 years old, as like Dustin Brown said. So it's a small price to pay for these guys to go out and enjoy maybe one of the greatest days of their life.
All right, Mike, appreciate your time. Go have fun at the party.
All right, thanks.